Mark Henry, first Vice President. Conroy Barnes, second Vice President. Ashton Mendez, Treasurer. Sharon Nelson, Secretary. Nancy Davis, Director. Alexander Townsend, Director. Colin Page, Director. Clyde Williams, Director, who is not presently with us. He's at the Jam Day in Ottawa, representing the Jamaica Association. And lastly, we have Noel Alexander, who is our past president. Absolutely. Okay, so we would like all the board members to come forward. Would you like to? So we have...
My name is Mark Henry. I'm the current Vice President of the Jamaica Association.
My name is Nancy Davis. I'm one of the directors.
Hi everyone, I'm Sharon Nelson. I'm the Secretary.
Ashton Mendez, Treasurer, and the Senior of the Board.
Alexander Townsend, Director.
Thank you very much, members of the board. So we have a short formal program before the dancing begins. So this is how it will unfold. There will be a few short speeches. Food will be served. Thereafter, we will test your knowledge of Jamaica. So be prepared, everyone, for a little quiz. I hope that you will participate. We graciously thank Louise Paquette at the Jamaica Tourist Board and Joyce Dale, who were very happy to sponsor the prizes. Now, two brave young people entered our writing contest, which I'm sure you've heard about. Their task was to describe in 500 words or less what they consider to be the best aspect of Jamaican culture. They will be recognized for their efforts. Janice Dale of the Jamaica Gleaner will offer the prizes as the Gleaner sponsored that contest. West Can will do a performance for us tonight. Members of the association will perform a skit, an act, and then we'll ask that you take part in telling all of us your independence experience, your own story, whether you lived it or whether you're living somebody else's story. We'd certainly like to hear that. Last, but certainly not least, we would like to take this opportunity to recognize the members of the association who have selfishly given of themselves, their time and efforts to nurture and improve this organization for the members, the Black community at large, and the wider Montreal community over many, many, many years. George Grant, who is the Honorary Consul to Jamaica, will do those honors. So sit back, enjoy the evening, and in the end, we are going to dance like no one is watching. So without further ado, I invite our first Vice President, Mark Henry, to officially open the festivities. A round of applause for Mark Henry.
Thank you, Diane. Boys and girls, to our Honor Council of Jamaica in Montreal, Mr. George Grant, our esteemed guest, it is a pleasure to invite you to host you tonight in our celebration of the independence of Jamaica. And on behalf of the Jamaica Association, our current president, Mr. Michael Smith, who unfortunately could not be here because of a family emergency, on behalf of our former president, Mr. Noel Alexander, great stalwart in the community, our executive board, both past and present, we welcome you tonight. We're here here today to pay homage and give respect to our forefathers and mothers who worked earnestly to achieve self-rule. They made sacrifices to lay the foundation of the eventual emancipation of our country from the British rule over 54 years ago, thereby allowing Jamaicans to take their destiny into their own hands as of August 6, 1962. And so while there are celebrations going on in Jamaica right now, on the Rock, we're here in Montreal, Quebec, Canada, to make it our duty and take this opportunity to celebrate and remember that victory. So fellow Jamaicans and friends of Jamaica, let us continue to work together by building on the established foundation of this greatness. And let us also strive to create a positive legacy for current and future Jamaicans to hold on to that which they carry forward for generations to come. Genesis chapter 11 and verse 6 said, "Behold, they are one people, and they all have the same language. And this is what they began to do. And now nothing which they propose to do will be impossible for them to do." At this time, I'd like to play the Jamaican National Anthem, and I'm going to ask you to rise as we honor the independence of Jamaica. May God bless you, and may God bless the land of Jamaica we love. And at this time, I will invite our Honorary Consul to Jamaica, Mr. George Grant. Please receive him.
Mr. Vice President, thank you for the introduction. Members of the board. I'm good. Members of the board of the Jamaica Association, special guests and friends. It's an honor to be before you this evening to bring you two messages. One from the High Commissioner to Jamaica, Her Excellency Janice Miller, who is unfortunately she's unable to be here because she's in Toronto with the Minister of Foreign Affairs and Foreign Trade, the Honourable Senator Karima Johnson-Simmet, who is visiting Canada for the independence celebrations. And the second message will be from the Prime Minister, the Honourable Andrew Holness, who is very happy to be given an independence message this year. He himself joked that, of course, the last time he was Prime Minister, it wasn't long enough to get to independence. So he's very happy to be able to deliver his message to Jamaicans living abroad on this occasion. I'd like also just to say a special welcome. They're some special guests of mine. One's Dr. Patsy Barrett and her husband Ivor, who are here visiting from North Carolina. as well as Larry and Cynthia Porter, also from North Carolina. And I've been made to understand that there's a vibrant little Jamaican community sprouting in the Raleigh-Durham area in North Carolina. So we're everywhere. Before I get into the message, just wanted to, this is I'm coming to the end of my first mandate as Honorary Consul from Montreal. And just to mention how proud I am to be representing Jamaica, the Jamaican government and Jamaican people in Montreal, in Quebec in particular. There are so many moments when I feel proud to be Jamaican. And because of the way people perceive Jamaica. And a lot of times we do not understand the respect that people have for our island. As recent as the last election, which we know was a very close election, the government changed hands by 1 seat. And what impressed people in the diplomatic community is the fact that this nation, this island nation in Central America region, could have an election that close, change government with 1 seat, and in a week, power was transferred seamlessly without violence. So the respect that Jamaicans have for democracy, the maturity that we show for democracy, even if we do not sometimes appreciate it, we take it for granted, the world watches and the world recognizes that. I'll start with a message from the High Commissioner. She says, on behalf of the members of staff at the Jamaican High Commission and my own family, I extend warmest greetings and best wishes to fellow Jamaicans in Canada. As you join in the many celebrations in commemoration of emancipation and the 54th anniversary of Jamaican independence, 178 years ago, our forefathers, with great pride and jubilation, welcomed new beginnings and newfound freedom. When the Emancipation Act was enacted on the 1st of August, 1838. I rejoice I am a slave no more, and you are slave no more. Jamaica is slave no more. Amen, was the cry at the time. They are still relevant today. These words are also timely reminders that they symbolize the arduous journey from slavery to emancipation, as well as the journey to sovereignty and nationhood when our independence was attained on the 6th of August, 1962. These have been significant moments in our history, which have provided the hope and created the pillars upon which modern-day Jamaica has been established. Independence 54 also provides for reflection on the achievements made and the difficulties encountered as a nation. As Jamaicans, however, it is imperative that we continue to reach deep inside ourselves, building our own keen love of country and all that is positive and uplifting about Jamaica, so that we can move our country forward. All Jamaicans, whether at home or in the diaspora, have a role to play in this connection, as this assists in the furtherance of national developmental goals. We should also take pride in our strong democratic tradition, as well as our creativity and fortitude as a people. We should also recommit to the continued development of Jamaica, as in doing so, we pay tribute to the sacrifice, dedication, and fervor of the fathers and mothers of our nation who worked tirelessly for self-governance. They also imbued in us the spirit of independence and resilience, which has propelled so many Jamaicans to make sterling contributions across the world. Indeed, we will have further occasion this year to celebrate Jamaica, as we wish our athletes the very best as they represent the black, green, and gold in the Rio Olympics. This year, we celebrate under the theme, Let's Get Together and Feel All Right. These words from the Song of the Century, penned by Robert Nesta Marley, One Love, are a call for all of us to remember that in spite of differences, we are one global community. In the face of so many recent tragic events across the world, it is also a reminder that we can celebrate diversity and differences in a spirit of dialogue and understanding. It is also a reminder that continued unity and togetherness will build Jamaica. In closing, I thank all Jamaicans in Canada for your sustained support of Jamaica and the work of the High Commission. continue to proudly represent the black, green, and gold of Jamaica in Canada. Happy Emancipation and Independence to all. Janice Miller, High Commissioner. Thank you. Another message from the Prime Minister, the Most Honorable Andrew Holness. My Jamaican brothers and sisters in the diaspora, I greet you well. It is with a sense of honor and immense pride that I convey this message as chief servant of our beloved country, marking the 54th anniversary of our independence. The lowering of the Union Jack and the raising of the esteemed black, green, and gold bearing Jamaican flag as the clock struck midnight on August the 5th, 1962, ushering in Independence Day on August 6th, herald the dawn of a new day for Jamaica and its people. Independence affirmed our sovereignty and bequeathed to us a launching pad for the creation of a more prosperous and justiciable society, where equality and respect for all would be guaranteed. As we mark this significant occasion each year, we recall the epic struggles of our forebears and the tenacity of our founding fathers in their campaign for political independence. Each in their own way ignited the flames of freedom, and so we could emerge from colonial rule and truly pursue nationhood. To them we pay tribute. Nation's independence, let us recognize and embrace the role we all called to play, whether at home or in the diaspora, to make Jamaica as successful as she can be, enabling her many sons and daughters to pursue their aspirations and achieve their full potential. Independent Jamaica is now 54 years old. It means that we have been in command of our own affairs for over half a century. An important part of celebrating our independence, therefore, is reflecting on our stewardship of the resources and opportunities bequeathed to us. A prominent place has been given in these reflections to the national decisions we have made as a country and the consequences of those decisions. I have always maintained that we have accomplished much in 54 years as an independent state, but there is a shared view that we could have and should have achieved so much more. The Emancipendence festivities must not distract us from our realities or cause us to lose sight of the monumental work and sacrifices that still lie ahead of us. At the same time, we must not reflect for the sole purpose of engaging in blame. Indeed, this is a time for learning from our past experiences as a people and committing as Jamaicans in the diaspora to playing a part in hastening the pace of Jamaica's growth and development while avoiding the pitfalls of the past. As we celebrate the 54th anniversary of Jamaica's independence, I implore you as members of the diaspora to renew and reaffirm your commitment to playing a part in addressing critical aspects of national life that remain issues of concern. I often express the view that Jamaicans domiciled in the diaspora represent the Commonwealth of Jamaica. And as such, you must never cease focusing attention on matters pertinent to Jamaica's development and the quality of life of its citizens. Yours must be a spirited and sustained campaign to mobilize the diaspora and leverage the considerable influence and network of resources at your disposal to champion Jamaica's cause and advance the development interests of our people. The management of our economy remains a critical area of focus. As you would appreciate, a lot of hard work has gone into implementing the structural reforms required under the existing 4-year extended fund facility with the International Monetary Fund. My administration is unequivocally committed to fostering and maintaining macroeconomic stability as well as sustained debt reduction. Importantly, however, we are committed to exercising diligence and creativity in spurring growth, attracting investments, and providing avenues for greater diaspora participation. and creating jobs for our people. Whilst our hands remain firmly on the wheel, ensuring successful completion of existing IMF program, collaboration with other key multilateral institutions is in our interest. And talks have already begun as to the kind of relationship Jamaica will have with the IMF, and when the current program ends in March 2017. The government is fully cognizant that while considerable strides have been made in the implementation of economic reforms, Jamaica is by no means out of the woods. Let me encourage you to play a part as we commit ourselves to improving the productivity and efficiency of our economy by ensuring that all our labor force is trained and certified, and that businesses are able to retool and incorporate the latest technology into their production. As we continue our journey toward development and increased prosperity as a nation, it is imperative that we embrace the opportunities that lie before us and reach for the success we're capable of attaining. On the occasion of yet another celebration of our nation's independence, I wish for you, our brothers and sisters abroad, a very happy and fulfilling independence. The Most Honorable Andrew Holness, Prime Minister of Jamaica. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Grant. Okay. Unfortunately, our Borough Mayor Russell Copeman and City Councillor Marvin Watron were not able to join us, but they have these words for you. In a letter, they wrote, "Congratulations to the Jamaica on its 54th anniversary of independence. Dear friends, we are honored to convey our warmest congratulations to the Jamaica Association of Montreal, and indeed to all those of Jamaican origin or heritage in our city, as the community tonight celebrates the 54th anniversary of Jamaica's independence. The Jamaican community has played an important role in assuring the success of our city, province, and country. Proud to be Canadian, the community also is exceedingly proud of its origins in Jamaica and of the large role the country has played in the community of nations. This year also marks the 54th anniversary of the founding of the Jamaica Association of Montreal, the principal organization of the Jamaican community in the province of Quebec. The past months have seen major change with the retirement of our longtime president, Mr. Noel Alexander, OD, and the election of a new board under the new president, Mr. Michael Smith. The association has a long and esteemed history. It has worked to ensure that the vibrant culture of the homeland remains a constant in the lives of Jamaican Canadians. The annual Jamaica Day Festival at Park Jean Drapeau is one example, showcasing the best of Jamaica and Jamaican culture at home and in the diaspora of all Montrealers to savor. The association continues to work and to meet the needs of the community, seniors, and youth. It has interfaced with the levels of government to promote academic success, computer literacy, and employment skills while offering a gamut of social and recreational programs. As your elected officials, we count on the Jamaica Association as an important vehicle in our city to foster racial equality and promote harmony, cooperation, and a colorblind Montreal and Quebec. As elected officials, we are pleased to pledge our ongoing support of the partnership between the association and the borough. Allow us to toast Jamaica on its Independence Day and to wish everyone a wonderful gala. And that's from Russell Copeman, who is our mayor, and Marvin Watron, city councillor. Thank you all, and I'm just going to say, enjoy your meal because the food will be served shortly.
And so we're so very happy that you're all here with us tonight. And we have a few people that we want to recognize, but two brave souls who decided to put pen to paper and answer our question. You know, as you might know, we had a writing contest, and you know, you didn't know this? Who didn't know this? No? Okay, we're gonna do another one soon. Okay. You live too far, but you know what? They'll send it to you by email next time. Give us your email address, right? Okay. So this time around, we wanted to invite those between the ages of 10 and 16 to take part in this writing contest, and it was about talking about, let me see if I remember what that was. Jamaica, yes, absolutely, and what's so good about Jamaica, what's so good about Jamaican culture. And we had two individuals who responded to this question. And without further ado, I will ask Janice Dale from The Gleaner, because The Gleaner has sponsored this contest. We're so very happy that they got involved in this. Janice was eager when I called her to say, of course, sign me up. So I will leave the floor to Janice to talk about The Gleaner, to talk about The Gleaner in Canada and subscriptions, and last but not least, hand out the prizes to our brave winners or writers. Thank you.
Step up. All right. So, good evening, and I'm having a great time. I'm missing a lot of people, but it's just, you know, it just is wonderful to have everyone who is here to be here, right? We always need to come together to celebrate our independence, and so kudos to all of you who have come out, and we're going to have a great rest of the evening, that's for sure. And so the Gleaner sponsored a competition, an essay writing competition, and as Sharon mentioned, a few brave souls decided to put pen to paper and tell us about what part of Jamaican culture impacts them the most and why, and they wrote really, really nice essays, and we're really happy to have had this happen, right? Because, you know, literacy, which is one of the things that the Jamaica Association really is big on, trying to make sure that we all are very literate and able to, you know, progress in the greater society and all of that, is key. And so when we have young people writing essays and linking it to their Jamaican heritage, it is just such a blessing, I believe, right? So we're really happy to have that happen. And I want to tell you a little bit about The Gleaner. I'm sure a lot of you know The Gleaner, right? Who does not know The Gleaner and The Star? Everybody knows it. People even call people Star Boy these days, right? To mean that you are top notch. So The Gleaner is one of the oldest establishments, one of the oldest companies, about 182 years old to be exact. In 1834, it was established by two brothers, and I have some notes because I don't remember everything. One's named Joshua, and the other one was named Jacob de Cordova. And they started this paper. It was a four-page weekly at the time, 1834. And it's grown since then to become a multi-sectional, as you know, huge paper giving us all kinds of information, as well as North America. We have a North American and international editions, not only in North America, but also in the UK. So it didn't get to be this grand without a few incidents, however. So just to let you know a little bit about the history, in 1882, a fire destroyed the company's grounds, and that was a setback. But it didn't demolish the aim and the goal and the dream, and the Gleaner came back to life again. In 1897, it changed from a privately owned company to public family owned company with a board of directors and all of these things. And so it was progressing and building, right? Then in 1907, catastrophe again. The great earthquake, which most of us know about, that gave us the Giddy House in Port Royal and all of these things. That big earthquake destroyed the Gleaner company again, but it rebuilt again and ended up being such a huge building that it occupied the whole area from 148 to 156 Harbour Street. Well, then the Gleaner spread out some more because there's so many readers in the western part of Jamaica. It opened a bureau in the west, St. Anne's, right? In Moby, in that side. And then, of course, so many people migrated. We came to New York, to the States, we came to Canada, we went to UK. And so the Gleaner expanded more and developed bureaus in North America and in England. So now it's this huge big thing that has the North American edition. There's a paper called The Voice and the Gleaner UK over in England side. And there's also a radio station, I believe it's 105 point something like, no, 106 FM and 99 FM music. So we get large, and we are appreciating the fact that you will perhaps subscribe, because it's important to keep in the know, so that you know what's going on in Jamaica, what's going on with Jamaicans in North America and England and everything. So this is how we get to know what's going on, right? So I think I talk too much, don't ever give me a mic. So everybody will get a star and the Gleaner, right? There's a free one for you. I'm not sure how that process, so you'll be handed out to you when you're leaving, right? And also we're encouraging you to subscribe, because this paper can arrive in your mailbox every week. That's how I get mine. And there are different places where you can go buy them, but if you do the subscription, which you're going to get a little piece of paper that tells you how much it costs and what you have to do to subscribe, then you get it delivered to you. There is a wonderful delivery gentleman or gentlewoman, I'm not sure which one, who brings it to your door every week. Right? So you love that. And thank you very much again for having us do this essay competition.
Yes.
So let's do the winners.
Let's do the winners. So, as we mentioned, there were two persons, and we'd like to congratulate Angel Rules, who sits here in the back, and who we will ask to come up to the stage and get her prize and my handwritten notes so that her photo ops. Angel's a little shy, but I will nonetheless ask her to tell the audience about what you wrote about and why you wrote that. Alrighty? Thanks so much.
Okay, so I wrote about Jamaican music and how it influenced Jamaican culture. And what inspired me to write this essay is that I truly love writing, first of all. It is my passion, and when I'm older, I aspire to become a fictional author and journalist. But my grandfather is from Jamaica, and earlier in the year we had a pretty deep conversation about what it was like growing up in Jamaica, some of the struggles he faced, and what the political environment was like when he was growing up there. And so this conversation was really eye-opening, and I was able to reflect on some of the knowledge that he constantly provides me with, and I was able to put it into words in this essay in a creative and descriptive way. And also, growing up, I listened to a lot of soca and reggae, so this was also an opportunity to look behind in the history of the music and see how our music really does bring people together, which I did state in my essay. So I thought that this would be the perfect opportunity to combine two things that I really love into one thing. So I'd really like to thank the Jamaican Association for granting me this opportunity, and Happy Jamaican Independence Day. Thank you.
Angel, really, I just want to congratulate you. Let me move this to the back, although it is the most important part of this whole thing. We just will put it to the back in a moment and just tell you congratulations. Oh, no, we want to see this. We want to take a picture with it. My dear, we did not write this poster for nothing. Yes, all right. So it says, congratulations, Angel Roulet. First place, $300 is what you win, my dear girl. Yes, and this has been sponsored by the Greener Company. So, you know, we need writers. We do, and absolutely to continue to tell our stories is such an important thing. So, congratulations and keep it up. Right on.
Our second place winner, who wrote a very interesting piece, and we'll also ask him, Justice Manley, to come to the stage and tell us about why he wrote the text he wrote. Come on up.
First of all, I'd like to say thank you.
Speaking about it.
Got you.
Yeah.
I've never been to Jamaica, so like I couldn't really talk about too much of the culture. But I just like to say, like the food, because I've never been there, so like the food is like the closest I've ever been. So I just like to talk about how my dad used to come over and cook food for me and my family, and like he would talk about like his days in Jamaica and how he felt back then and stuff like that over like curry go and stuff like that, what we were eating. So yeah, that's basically why I wrote the essay. Cause I can't really relate because I've never been there, but you know the food's really good. Thank you for the food today. That was very good. Yeah, thank you.
Oh, sorry.
Thank you for your writing. You did a great job, Justice Manley. You have an amazing name. I'm telling you. Powerful, very powerful name. And your writing as well was just amazing. Congratulations, you did a great job. And the second place winner, he will get $150 for his amazing job. Yeah, because you know our culture. I guess culture is learned behavior. I don't want to get philosophical or anything up here, but you know, it's what we learn, what has been passed down to us. And for Justice to embrace the Jamaican culture, having never ever really lived it in Jamaica, for example, is testament to how powerful, you know, culture on the whole is, especially the Jamaican culture, because we do pass it down to all of our generations, and you did a great job. And please continue writing, because the Big Gleaner needs writers. Right? And besides this money, if you write for the Gleaner, you get paid for it too. Congratulations, Justice. Okay, all right.
Hey!
to return to the homelands of their ancestors. Although Garvey died before Jamaica's independence, his vision and fight for the civil rights for blacks, for their liberation and exodus, was the foundation of the political landscape of Jamaica. His work provided the philosophical basis for an independent society. From as early as 1932, Garvey made the first definitive call for self-governance and shared his vision for what he called the new Jamaican. In the debut editorial of his publication of the same name, Garvey explained his dream for Jamaica. Ladies and gentlemen, the Right Excellent Marcus Messiah Garvey.
My brothers and sisters, the Right Honorable Marcus Messiah Garvey, we who are the spirit of national comradeship, let's unite to accomplish this, and Jamaica shall indeed become a better place for all of us.
Garvey's vision of self-governance was realized by the founding fathers, the Right Excellent Norman Manley, first PNP leader who had a passion for equity and justice, and the Right Excellent Sir Alexander Bustamante, Jamaica's first Prime Minister, first JLP leader, a staunch advocate for workers' rights.
As World War II came to a close, a sweeping movement of decolonization overtook the world. The British government and the local politicians began a long transition of Jamaica from a crown colony into an independent state. Ladies and gentlemen, could you imagine, just before midnight on August 5th, 1962, the Union Jack was lowered and the Jamaica flag raised for the first time, marking Jamaica independence and the dawn of a new era. Ladies and gentlemen, let's remind ourselves, and those who wasn't there, let us imagine 54 years ago on August 6, 1962, Jamaica gained its independence from the United Kingdom. Sir Alexander Bustamante became the first Prime Minister and held office from August 6, 1962 to February 23, 1967. Ladies and gentlemen, Jamaica independence, August 6. Could we stand and honor our independence for a moment? Let's stand to honor our independence. 1962, the 6th of August, Jamaica becomes a nation state.
Thank you, Mr. Garvey. Just imagine the jubilation on the streets and the great hope Jamaicans had for their country and for themselves. An independent Jamaica meant Britain no longer controlled the affairs of the country. It was now the responsibility of the newly elected Prime Minister and the locally elected cabinet. Independence also meant that a constitution, symbols, emblems, an army, Jamaican currency, and passports had to be developed for the country. As an independent Jamaica, it assigned ambassadors overseas who represented the country, signing treaties on behalf of Jamaica, and became members of various international organizations. This is important as it gives Jamaica equal rights on various issues relating to international trade, policies, and treaties. Ska was the music of the day, which originated in Jamaica. Originated in North Jamaica in the late 1950s and was a precursor to rocksteady and reggae. It developed in Jamaica throughout the 1960s and is a combination of Caribbean mento and calypso. Ladies and gentlemen, the Right Excellent Sir Alexander Bustamante.
I do I look like him? This was a very historic event. It so happened, although I served in the army prior to independence, I did not enjoy independence in Jamaica because I had migrated from Jamaica to Canada. But I always will be a Jamaican as long as I'm here, and I'll serve here Jamaica Association from 1962. A little beyond that, I won't tell you how long I'm here. Mr. Montre, at 1.5 minutes to midnight, the first verse of the British anthem was played. We have the British anthem? The light on the 60-foot pylon were put out, and darkness descended upon the National Stadium. In the hush that followed, the Union Jack, which waved over Jamaica for 307 years, was brought down. Then 30 seconds to midnight. We turn off the light at midnight. Let's turn off the lights.
Turn off the light.
The lights came on again, and the Jamaica flag was raised to the top of the flagpole. Jamaica flag. Then both verses of the national anthem were played. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for our national anthem. I don't have the voice for it. Ladies and gentlemen, our national anthem was written by Hugh Sherlock. The music was composed by the Honorable Robert Lightburn, and the anthem was arranged by Mapletop Pullett and Christine Allison Pullett. Image and those are the people who was involved with our flags. And before we close, there's a quote from Marcus Garvey. A people without the knowledge of their past history, origin, and culture is like a tree without roots. Therefore, my beautiful Jamaica, people continue to strive to know and protect you and your roots. One love. May God bless Jamaica and all of us who are here, who are from the rock. So God bless you. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Carlin Francis, our drummer. A round of applause for Carlin.
Paper, a quiz, and I just want to point out that this quiz is really an opportunity for us to know how much you know about Jamaica. So have many of you tried the quiz? Yes? You started it? Okay. Okay. So let's do it together. How's that? We'll run through it together. Is that okay with everybody? Yes? Yes? No? Yes? Okay. I'll say yes, because I want to do it. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So question one. Question one. And I must say, I didn't bring it with me, but there's a prize from the Jamaica Tourist Board. So you know what? You could do it on your own, or you could do it as a group and you can split the prize, whatever you want to do. There's some rum in there, there's some stuff in there that we all love. So split or...
No, it's better if you do it because people are Googling it, so it will be fair.
Googling it? Googling it? Googling it? No, no, no.
So we might as well do that.
Okay, let's do this one. Who was fair doing the... Who didn't Google? Okay, all right. All those people who didn't Google can play. How is that? How is that? Oh, okay. Okay, so who didn't Google? Okay, so all those people who didn't Google, I'm going to accept your quiz. How's that? And the people, okay, so the people who Googled, I have a round two. I prepared something just in case. So then you got to promise me, I'm going to collect the people, the test, the quiz from those who didn't Google, and I'll run the first prize. But we got something up our sleeves. We always do, right? We always got a plan B. So I got a plan B. So, question one. Question one. Which movie was not filmed in Jamaica? Oh my God. No, okay, we can't do that? I'm not gonna, okay, so I'm gonna collect your quiz. Okay, so I'll tell you what, I'm gonna get your, okay, I'm gonna collect. Can I call on you? Yes. I will also ask Mr. Grant and Mr. Henry to join us as I'll pass the mic to you. I'll let go of it right now.
Of the program, I mentioned that there are a few people that we would like to recognize. I call Mr. Shaw. Mr. Shaw? And Mr. Mendez. Mr. Mendez? To the podium. Unfortunately, Mr. Noel Alexander is not able to be here tonight, but we will ensure that he receives his award at the next board meeting. I'd like to invite to the podium George Grant, who's already at the podium, and Mark Henry, who's here as well, our Vice President. Mr. Shaw?
Yes,
it is a great honor that the members of the association and the board present to you this award of recognition for your many, many years of service to the Jamaica Association. You have had many roles and you have always served your association to the best of your ability. For that, we sincerely thank you. Mr. Shaw, would you like to say a few words?
Madam Martha Semmers, Mr. Grant, Honorary Consul, Mr. Vice President, Mr. Henry, and the Board of Directors, friends, good evening. I am very honored to be honored in this forum. I am not surprised, I am surprised. But I have served the association for many years, and I've did the best of my ability. And for that I'm glad. And I've seen my hands touch people and touch things that people have been rewarded or have achieved things from. It's also made me more happy for my years around the association. And for that, thank you so much. And thank you for this award. I don't know if I deserve the award, but I will accept it anyhow. Thank you so much.
So, Mr. Shaw, so I'll just read. The award says, Award of Recognition. The directors of the board, 2015-2016, and members of the Jamaica Association of Montreal would like to thank Mr. Lloyd Shaw for his years of service to the Jamaica Association of Montreal. And it's dated today, Independence Day, 2016. Congratulations, Mr. Shaw. If I could just say a few personal words, because of course I know both these gentlemen very well, and these are both two very deserving people for this award. We're also witnessing here a transition, because we've seen it in our country's politics as a generational change, and now I think the both gentlemen will agree that the torch is being passed. And it's nice that we're here to see the passing of the torch and that we can still work together for the good of the Jamaican community in Montreal. Thanks again.
Mr. Mendez, we have heard that about 33 years ago, Mr. Noel Alexander saw you sitting on your balcony. He called to you and you said, and he said that he needed help at the Jamaica Association. Since then, and to this day, you have never wavered from your responsibility as an officer of the association. You've been with this organization through thick and thin, and yet you remain to carry the torch. By this very act, you have shown your commitment and that you are a man of your words. For this, you must surely be recognized for your countless years of service. Would you like to say a few words, Mr. Benett?
Wow. I was very privileged to serve two presidents. I've actually served in every position except secretary and president. And the privilege that I had, I was able to represent the association and the Jamaican community on the Black History Table for 20 years. I also assist Ottawa and Mr. Grant in filling out passport forms, giving information to our Jamaicans and other nationalities. Because I was blessed because of the association to obtain the commissioner vote, which gave me a little leverage to help. I also help with people who is on social aid or things like that who cannot fill up pay to get their tax filled. It's done through our program here, Young Mothers Program. I will assist them in filling out their forms. I think it's a real privilege working with Jamaica Association. I'm still here. As I said, here I'm going to my 80th birthday and I'm enjoying all of the benefits that I get through Jamaica Association. Thank you, there's much more.
Now, of course, Aston mentioned earlier that he left Jamaica before the independence. And Aston symbolizes what is so great about the Jamaican diaspora. Because no matter how long you've been away from Jamaica, that fire that burns inside of us as Jamaican never dies. And our commitment and our feelings to Jamaica never diminishes, no matter how long we've been away. So Ashton, it's a great honor to be here and to award you this award of recognition from the directors of the board of the Jamaica Association. We're thanking you for your years of service to this association and to this community. Congratulations.
But the first prize is from the Jamaica Tourist Board. I want to thank Louise Paquette for her involvement in tonight's events. Let me put this down. So this is the first prize, which consists of rum cream and all good stuff. Now, there's a person named JLO in the crowd. Thank you. Wow, you've been to Jamaica once or twice, haven't you? Twice, and you know so much about Jamaica. Thank you. Now, our second prize winner, there's a Carlette in the crowd. Carlette? Oh my God, you guys are sitting It's a fix, I know. There you go. Thanks. All right, so, just so you know, okay, you know what, they got one question wrong, I must say, but they were amongst the people who got most of the questions right. And the question they got wrong, and I'm sure every Jamaican will know this. According to the Guinness Book of World Records, Jamaica has more of these. Thank you. Church. Church. Huh? Churches. Churches. Okay, go ahead. So you want to hear the answers to the questions? Okay. So number one. Everybody knew this one. Karate Kid. Which one? Which one?
How was the food? You didn't like it? You didn't like it? You like it? Okay.
Okay, Gene Stevens of Gene's Patties Pastries, sorry. Michael Stewart, Jamaica Association resident chef. Kris Benett, photographer. Our performers, West Scan and Caroline Francis. Caroline Francis, where art thou? Okay. Douglas Barkley, Trevor Campbell, aka TLC Sounds, for the wonderful music you've provided tonight. And the volunteers, Rita Campbell, members of the board, and the organization.
Young lady back there.
Okay, so we'd like to thank Sarah as well. And thank you so very much. But before you leave, please ensure to take a parting gift. Okay, so after, when this is all over, there will still be the party, but you receive a parting gift. This includes a subscription to the Gleaner and a copy of the Star and the Gleaner. But keep in mind that on August 27th, you will be hosting a self-help workshop with Jacqueline Morrison entitled Your Vision, Your Future. It is free for members members of the association and $25 for guests of the association. Also, our next big event is the Heroes Banquet in November this year. I'd like you to keep that in mind, ears to the ground, as we have wonderful surprises in store for you. We will be starting new activities, which includes viewing Jamaican and Caribbean films at the association, games nights, health workshops, yoga sessions, and much, much more. We are eagerly looking forward to seeing you again. Now on to the dancing. Enjoy!
Hello, one person we also want to pay, we want to big up, can we say that? We're going to big up. We're going to big up, yes. We're going to big up the Carnival Queen, Letitia McNichols. Yes, yes. Thank you for being here tonight, we really appreciate it. Where's the tiara lady there? She's not here, okay. But we really want to thank you all for being here tonight. We hope that you will continue to have a good time with us. And because the gentleman to my right has shown his skills. He can play music and he plays well, right? Is that so? All right, so there's a dance for...
In 2016, I was representing Jamaica this year in the show. I am not from Jamaica, but my father is Jamaican, so I represented him in the show. And I just want to thank you guys for having me, and I want to wish you guys a very happy Independence Day, and good night.